At this point, you know what's up. Okay, every single time you see me, you know some shenaniganery is happening. Okay, don't be surprised. Don't look at me like that, like cross-eyed. Don't look at me like I'm the problem. Okay. Anyways, today, we're talking about something that I deem that's important, that everybody should take into consideration, that a lot of people don't take into consideration when they go through their day to day, and that is mental health. Okay. I think that if you're going through your day to day and your mental health is slipping away, definitely take care of that, because your life will crash, burn, and die if you don't. Okay, mental health is very important. And with that being said, in Cenat's situation, you guys know who Cenat is, the biggest streamer on Twitch, literally. He released a video a day ago basically talking about how, his mental health was really bad. It was in the rut. And he's slowly working up to building back and improving his mental health. That is a W in itself. It's very important to acknowledge when your mental health is not right. It's very good to acknowledge that. Some people don't acknowledge it until it's basically too late. And, that's a W. There should be nothing wrong with what I just said. But, we're on the internet. So after Cenat released this video basically talking about his mental health, the internet clowned him. Yeah, they clowned him. Right? Crazy. And there's this one particular clip that's going super viral that it stomped me. All right. It's so unbelievably stupid. It makes me want to jump through the screen, turn to zeros and ones, and slap the person that made it. Now, listen, okay, I'm not saying that I'm going to do any of this, what I just said. It just makes me feel like I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel like I should strike the creator. Not that I'm going to do it. It just makes me feel like that. I just need to reiterate that. I don't want this video to get age restricted or some form of oh, he's threatening. No. Okay, it's a figure of speech. But anyways, I'm going to show you this clip that's going super viral, and I'm going to basically break it down to you to how stupid this fucking guy is. Okay, essentially what it is. So here we go. Let's start rolling it.
Maybe I'm not rich enough to understand why Cenat is struggling with his mental health. Maybe I'm just not in the same echelon as him, and I don't get how a multi-millionaire who gets money from his fans off of subscribers, who just made $5 million off of Mafiathon 3, is struggling with mental health. Maybe I just don't understand what the fuck is going on. Maybe I'm stupid.
Very. See, and this is the problem with dumbass, stupid motherfuckers like this guy in particular, right? Just because you are rich, just because you get notoriety, just because you have a lot of money in your bank account, doesn't mean that you don't struggle with mental health, right? There's a thing called a baseline, right? With human beings that every human being goes through when they have things that are becoming normalized within their life. For an example, right? If I try a Big Mac for the first time, that shit is going to hit. It's going to be very delicious. But if I try a Big Mac for the 12th, 11th time, you know what I'm saying? That Big Mac loses all novelty. It tastes just like anything else, very normal. I've already dealt with that experience. And through the 5th time of me having a Big Mac, I've already set a baseline to what to expect with that burger, right? There is a baseline that every human being hits after a certain period of time when things become normalized within their life, and it consistently keeps happening. Pattern recognition. You understand? So even that goes with getting money as well. If I'm making $10,000 a day, $10,000 a day for me is eventually going to become my baseline in my normal realm of reality. It's just like happiness. Happiness is a up and down slope. Right? You're not going to be consistently happy all the time. There's going to be something that's going to happen that's going to bring your mood down a little bit, right? Your baseline, there's a baseline between your behavior, right? That's literally within anything, right? So when you're telling people, well, I don't simply understand, if you made $5 million off of Mafiathon 3, there's no reason why you should be struggling with mental health. You're a fucking dumbass. Okay, there's plenty of people that are millionaires, billionaires that aren't happy at all, because their life, the way that they set up their life and the things that they go through is not equating to the money that they make, because the money is not happiness. How do you not understand this? You look like you're either my age or a little bit younger. How do you not grasp this idea that, nigga, this is not that? How do you not get that?
Or maybe this motherfucker is looking for sympathy for y'all. He hopped on this app and told us he's been struggling to achieve these goals he wants to achieve. All he wants to do is create and just keep creating. Nigga, you didn't create that school yet.
To expand some more on, mental health problems, like I said, there's also millionaires, billionaires that also decide to log themselves off due to the fact that, their mental health is just taking such of a toll. Also, he talks about Cenat not building that school in Africa. And if you just do some Google research, it's underway. They're partnering up with people X, Y, and Z, and it will take time because the land purchases and the things of that nature. You don't want to build a school that's going to possibly float away due to flooding and things of that nature. All of this took a Google search. I'm not even here to glaze Cenat. I'm just here listening to what this dude is saying, and it's all stupid. Like, dude went and took a school test and didn't even, you know how the little bubbles you got to fill in for like school tests and stuff, multiple choice questions. Buddy looked at the test and just handed it back. This is how stupid this guy is. It's an irritant for me to hear like, oh, mental health, if you have a certain amount of money, it's not real. I hate hearing that. It's such a stupid thought process that like it's an irritant. But anyways, this dude is just a yapper. He's saying a whole lot of nothing. And it makes me really truly debate. Do I really want to show the rest of the clip? Because he just harps on the fact that he's getting money from his, Cenat is collecting money from his fans and he shouldn't have mental health issues. And therefore, he shouldn't be struggling at all. And he's just yapping about the school not being created when literally you can just Google it and it'll tell you why it hasn't been created yet. This guy has actually made me almost damn near ascend to beyond irritation. You know what I'm saying? The more that I talk about this, the more that I hear in my mind what this guy is saying, replay the clip like an NFL challenge play, the more I sit back and really wonder, why did you create this video? You know what I'm saying? You sat in whatever, environment you're in for 1 minute and 50 seconds and said a whole lot of nothing. You actually made yourself look stupider, You actually made yourself look dumber, right? I hope you're reading the comment section and everybody's frying you because it doesn't, what you're saying, you thought about it on the porcelain throne, came out, recorded that, probably rewatched it a couple of times, and then you're like, yeah, I cooked. Delete it. You should have deleted the app. You should have deleted the video. You should have just went about your day, buddy. Bucko. Pal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it. It just doesn't click to me. But mental health, back to what I was saying before, is very important. Take it seriously. If your mental health is slipping, take it seriously. Consider your mental health. Put that in the scope of whatever you're going through. Also consider that because it's very important. Just because you have a lot of money, again, does not mean that you don't or can't go through mental health problems. Just because you have a lot of something does not mean that you're not allowed to have mental health problems. Just take that into consideration. Understand that, grasp it, hold it. That's a thing. But anyways, I think I'm just going to end the video here because showing the rest of the clip is just going to piss me off. It's going to piss you off too because you're going to sit there and go, this guy is stupid. That's it. You're going to look at this guy and be like, what you're saying is so dumb, he shouldn't even have showed the rest of the clip. So I'm just not going to show you it. If you guys want to see it, it's on Twitter. If you guys want to see it, I might just put it in the description below, just so you guys can finish up the clip. But what I literally showed you is the full cusp of like his idea of thinking. It's very terrible, but that's his whole cusp of thinking. But besides all that, man, take your mental health seriously, and I hope you guys also enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow Twitch, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're growing at a crazy rate, by the way. We gained I think 20 subscribers in the last couple a week. Like, that's kind of crazy, but like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to see more of these videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.